special cosplay panel session where cosplayers from Singapore as well as overseas will be sharing their thoughts about how they translate fiction into reality. Alright, as cosplayers that bring elaborate costumes of game characters to life. And to help facilitate this special session, I'd like to introduce Charlotte from the Neo Tokyo project. Charlotte, please. Alright, welcome Charlotte.
Thank you very much, Wei. I'm very pleased to be here. Hello everyone. I am really honored to be here. And not just that, I am going to be moderating a panel run by really awesome cosplayers. I'm so glad to be able to share the stage with them. Coming up first, we have Yuegene Fay, dressed as Gakuko from Project Diva. Come on. Round of applause, please. And coming up next, we have Tessie on stage. Tessie is dressed as Mako, also from the same game. Welcome, Tessie. And last but not least, we have Yasemin from Vera Chimera Cosplay as Vivian from League of Legends. Please take a seat. Alright, ladies, so let's start. Why don't you just start by just sharing how has Singapore been for our two international cosplayers so far? You want to start, Yuegene? Oh, you want to start? Yeah. Yes, why don't you start?
Okay, well, this is actually my first international convention that I've been invited to, and so far I think it's been a wonderful experience. The cosplay scene in Singapore is pretty wonderful, very welcoming, and I feel so honored to be here, so thank you.
Right, we're really glad to have you here as well, aren't we? Yep. Yeah, totally.
Same.
Same?
Yeah, this is the first time I come to Singapore.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. How's the food? You like the food?
Yes.
I like the food too. High five.
Yeah, and okay, I can say I love Singapore cosplayer.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because every time I come here, I can see.
I thought it was your
their
first
love.
time here.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But I can see that love. Because when they cosplay, I can see that character will be alive. Something like that.
Oh, I'm sure Singapore cosplayers, I'm glad to hear that you love them so much. In fact, why don't you just start with just telling me a bit about the costume that you're wearing? How you made the costume and how you want to portray the character. Like, could you tell me about how your makeup? What do you think of when you see the character? How do you want to do the makeup for the character?
I see the photo, and then when I make up like a drawing.
Okay.
I don't care about like some people say, oh, you must put the eyeliner first or something like that. No, I don't think like that.
So
I think the face look like a paper and then draw it.
So you think of like makeup as like an art, you're just drawing on the big
Yes.
canvas.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting way. So like for you, do you feel that doing a makeup for a game character is different from an anime character?
Actually, I think quite same because the game character is still fantasy, you know. So the people and the game character, the face is too beautiful. You know, like.
Yes, I know that feeling.
So just think our face is like a paper, and then you just draw it. Every part. If your eye is not big, just draw it a little bit bigger, something like that.
Okay, wow. Do you have any advice for cosplayers out there who want to have as awesome makeup as you?
Maybe they need to start drawing.
Okay, so cosplayers out there, if you want to have makeup as great as hers, start drawing because your face is a canvas and you need that practice. What about you, Yasemin? You are wearing Ribbon today, right? Could you tell us a bit about how you made the costume?
Well, Ribbon took about 3 weeks to put together. The vast majority of it is EVA foam and Warbler, which I actually hear is quite expensive over here in Singapore, but it is widely available in Australia. I think it was total experimentation for me to put this together, which I think is the total sense of cosplay. It is all just experimenting and trying to make things work. She's actually one of the first armor pieces to not fall apart after the first wear, so I think that's a good success. And with every part of my cosplay, I always change things. So at least it's more maneuverable, it's a little bit more organic and believable. Whenever I try to bring a character to life, I always think, well, if they were, if they existed in this universe, what would they actually look like? So yeah, I try to make them look more representative in real life.
So what's the hardest part of this costume for you?
I think it was more trying to put things together on such a strict time frame, because I made Ribbon to bring over here to Singapore, and I had all these other costumes I had to make, and I thought, well, I tried to allocate just a couple of weeks to put together. I think with any cosplay, it's always having a schedule. That's always the most difficult part, making certain things in a certain time frame. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. Even the sword itself was quite easy. It's just styrofoam and Warbler.
It's just foam? Wow.
Yeah, styrofoam. That's it. Styrofoam is very easy to sculpt. Very easy, but very messy. My mum was not happy with the floor.
Just take a look at your sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just... Okay, wow, it's really light.
Yeah,
and
it only
really
weighs
good
about
too.
a kilo. Just 1 kilo.
Okay, that's amazing. Yeah, you can have it back. I can't use one.
Thank you.
Wrong character for that. So why don't you just tell me about how you do your makeup for Ribbon as well? Because you're actually using your own hair, right? Why do you choose to use your own hair?
I think if there's any chance where I can actually use my natural hair, I would do it. Again, more so for organic reasons, so it's a little bit more realistic. Because whenever there's a wig, it always looks very animated and artistic, which is fantastic as well. But I try to make things a little more real. And of course, I'm a cheapskate, so if I can get away with not wearing a wig, that's always good.
Okay, so we have really awesome game costumes, and next we have Tessie. Now, Tessie is one of Singapore's representatives for last year's Regional Cosplay Championships, and she actually made a stunt-ready costume for stage. So, Tessie, you want to tell us about the costume and how you made it?
Well, last year I actually cosplayed as Safina from Tekken, and that particular costume, it wasn't a default outfit. It was the one with the butterfly motif and all that. So I thought it would look really good on stage. But one of the concerns I had was that it was still a fighting game. I'm expected to fight on stage, so what am I supposed to do with it? So instead of going for really high heels that some cosplayers like when they cosplay, I went for flat heels. And also anything that can be fastened, re-fastened, and triple fastened. That's what I did. Like the top itself, it was held together by 3 different parts. It was I had a hook on, I had a tie on the back on my back, and then another tied up behind my neck. So at any point in time, if any one of it snapped, I had the other 2 keeping it up. Yeah, same thing for the pants, I guess. I mean, I bought extras just in case, and every time I went practicing in that outfit, I make sure I did my stretches and all that while I'm already half in the costume, so I know where the vulnerabilities of the costume is.
Wow, so it takes a lot of planning and dedication just to bring a game character to life, right?
Especially when, I guess it really depends on what sort of character it is. Like for example, Zafina, she fights with her body, a lot of fists and a lot of kicking and all that. So that's a lot of exercising I need to do. I don't usually exercise.
So the things that we do for cosplay, right?
I know. For that particular competition, I spent like a year just exercising and all that, and I think I just put back all the fat I lost then.
Okay, wow, so as you can tell, so many cosplayers are so dedicated to doing costumes. They put so much effort into just deciphering the costumes and making sure they look good on stage. And not just that, but they can move on stage. So I think that, we're actually going to open up the floor to question and answers. So if you have any questions from cosplayers, you can actually ask them right now. We have one over there. You know what? I'll just walk over to you. Thank you. Let's come up. Come on stage. It's okay, don't be shy. I'm just as stressed as you are. Yes, yeah, sure.
I'm like curious, when did every one of you guys like start cosplaying?
When did we start?
Yeah, when did every one of you guys start?
I started about 8 years ago, but it's only been the last couple of years I've actually taken it up to another level. It's more because of the materials available, such as Warbler and tutorials online. That's really, really helped. So.
I started 14 years ago. Yeah.
She's
Let's
a
not talk about my
veteran
age.
cosplayer.
We're not going to talk about my age.
No, you did not start this year. We know. We know.
Literally, I'm new coser. I'm a new cosplayer. I start only maybe 1 or 2 years.
Right, right.
Yeah.
We believe you, sure. Oh, would you like to share what's the real answer? Okay. If any other questions? Okay, thank you so much for questions. Anyone else want to ask a question? Yes? No? Maybe? I'll just take that as a no then. Here, Tessie, you have your mic back. So I was actually wanted to ask you guys about where do you think cosplay has brought you in the past few years? Shall we start with Yasemin?
I think that especially the last couple of years, it's really raised me up, I guess, in the gaming community. A couple of years ago, I was invited over to Texas to become the live-action Lilith for
Lilith.
Borderlands 2, which was probably the most amazing and most transforming experience of my life. It helped me with my social skills as well, and helped me kind of realize where I wanted to be in the cosplay scene. And now I'm over in Singapore, which is fantastic. I've also been a cosplay judge and panelist over at Sydney and in Melbourne as well. And I also have the chance to talk about other, more serious topics like gender equality and victimization in the community. And it helps to raise the issue, and it's done a lot of very positive things in the community. So it's been wonderful. Yeah.
What about you, Tessie? How has cosplay helped you grow in the past few years?
Oh, that's many, many years that you're talking about. All right.
Age go. Age. AGE.
You are the same age as I am. Shut up. All right. I think the most obvious answer would be meeting all these awesome people. I mean,
Thank you.
I mean, just a few years ago, I think around like say 6-7 years ago, I was just looking at photos of cosplayers on the internet and going, wow, they look so awesome and all that, and just and then 5 years ago I met her, and this wouldn't have happened, I met her in real life, and for the past.
You remember wrong.
For the past years before that, we'll just ignore her for now. For the past years before that, I've just been looking at her photos online, and I'm like, wow. And then I met her, and then I realized that she's a serial food stealer. So
Don't
now
lie.
we know.
Don't lie.
yeah, so I think that it's really awesome that you get to meet all these new people and all that. And there's also the skills involved as well, the crafting skills, the acting skills, and confidence as well. All this comes in when you cosplay. And I think it's the hobby can be great, especially nowadays we have so many youngsters involved in the hobby. And I'm a teacher in my day job, so when I see some of my students, with growing, when they pick up something that they're passionate about, whether it's cosplay or anything else, and I love to watch the way they grow from this love.
Wow, that was really inspirational. So what about you? How has cosplay helped you grow in the last 2 years? Since you just started?
Actually, about cosplay, give me a lot of things about the friend around the world. And however, cosplay for me is just a hobby. just do it when I have free time or something like that. And in the future, I'm not sure I still have time to cosplay or not, but I still love to see you guys cosplay. I still love to see my friends cosplay and see them to do what they love, something like that.
Oh, this is also inspirational. Wow. Like we have someone loving people doing what they love, and then we have someone who loves seeing people grow, and then you love seeing the cosplay community grow as a whole. So I think that it's really great that you guys are here and that you are sharing about your experiences, because I'm sure that all the younger cosplayers out there, they're really encouraged by how much you believe in them. And I'm sure that none of them want to disappoint you as well. So, actually later on, we'll be having signings at the Armageddon booth, the NTP booth. So if you would like to meet our guests one-on-one, have a chat with them, or buy some of their prints, you can have the chance to do so right over there. Yes, the booth is over there. And was there anything else that you would like to share? Any messages to the fans, cosplayers, gamers like yourselves?
Let's play game together today.
Yeah, let's play games today.
Yeah.
How about you? I think the one thing I gotta, it's a little bit cheesy. I'm a bit of a cheesy person. I'm sorry. But especially now that I've been cosplaying for so long and now I'm a judge, it's beautiful seeing the next generation of cosplayers come through, and they've got the advantage of having all the materials, to create amazing cosplays in such a short period of time. Like it's taken us so long to get where we are, and I'm really looking forward to the next generation, finding more and more skills to make this hobby better than what it already is. Cosplay has helped me in so many ways, and I hope it does the same for everyone else too.
Alright then, I guess then we actually be wrapping things up. So, let's just go off stage.